Robert Salas is a retired U.S. Air Force captain and a graduate of the U.S. Air Force Academy from 1964. He served 7 years on active duty, working as a weapons controller, flying target drones, commanding intercontinental ballistic missiles as a launch officer, and contributing as a missile propulsion engineer on the Titan III program.
My name is Robert Salas.
Notably, while stationed at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana in 1967, he witnessed an incident where a UFO reportedly disabled 10 nuclear missiles.
On an early morning of March 16th, 1967, I got a call from my security guard, primary security guard upstairs.
An event that has since shaped his advocacy for UFO disclosure.
I was downstairs 60 feet underground in a capsule, monitoring and controlling 10 nuclear-tipped Minuteman missiles.
After leaving the Air Force in 1971, he worked as an engineer for Martin Marietta and Rockwell International, then spent 21 years with the Federal Aviation Administration. Later, he became a mathematics teacher.
I got a call that morning that they were seeing strange lights flying in the sky.
Salas has authored books like Faded Giant and has spoken publicly about his experiences, including at a 2010 National Press Club press conference.
My weapons started going down, one after the other. They went into a no-go condition, what we call a no-go condition. They were unlaunchable.
Pushing for recognition of UFO incidents involving nuclear facilities.
We lost somewhere between 6 and 8 weapons that morning. Within minutes of having received that second phone call of a UFO hovering outside the front gate.
All right, veterans, look who I have in the house, Mr. Robert Salas. Am I saying that right? Salas?
You got it. Perfect.
Awesome. I hear Salas, I think Hispanic. My mom's from Mexico City. My brother was born in Guadalajara. I was almost born there, but I ended up being born in Omaha. Do you have a Hispanic background yourself?
Absolutely. Both my parents were born in Mexico. I was born in Chandler, Arizona.
Nice. Arizona. Vámonos. Yeah. Do you speak Spanish at all?
Cómo no, sí, un poco.
Sí. Muy bien, muy bien. Yeah, my wife's from Spain. I'm moving to Spain in in 6 weeks. Yeah, I lived there for a few years before, but we're moving back. So
what part of Spain?
I'm moving to a town called Cáceres, which is in a region called Extremadura. It's the largest state, if you will, in Spain. It's bordering the Portuguese border, maybe like 2-3 hours north of Madrid. So it's a great place to get jamón serrano, the cured ham. The best ham in the world comes from there. So, but anyway, my Spanish is household. That's why I ask. I speak Spanish all the time, except when I do vetted, to be honest with you, and speak with my family and stuff. So, really excited to talk to you, Robert. I figured we would, you're such a key figure in this topic in the UFO community, and it's just an honor to have you on. And I thought, what better way to honor, your contributions, I should say, than just to kind of start a little bit with your background. You said your parents were born in Mexico. You were born in Arizona. So were you raised in Arizona too, or did y'all move somewhere else?
We moved to Los Angeles when I was about a year old. So I grew up in Los Angeles, literally. What's now called Commerce. Not too far from. It is a little suburb of LA. And I went to high school there, and then I went to got accepted to the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, and so I spent 4 years there and graduated in 1964. Was active duty Air Force. Flew some target drones and helped train pilots on intercepts in Florida. That was a great assignment. That was down in Tyndall Air Force Base.
Oh
Um,
wow.
that's near Panama City, Florida. And then I got asked to uh, volunteer for missile duty as a missile launch officer. And that's why I got that training for about a year, and then was assigned to Malmstrom Air Force Base in about 1966. I was there from 66 to 69. Then I finished my master's degree at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, where I met my current wife.
Wow.
And we've been together for over 55 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. And then LA Air Force Station back in LA. And then I resigned from the Air Force in 1971. After I resigned, the only thing I could think of what I wanted to do was to go ski. So,
I love it.
we went to Colorado, went to Denver, and uh, got it. I finally realized I had to get a job, so I went to work for Martin Marietta in the Denver area, and then back to LA went to work for Rockwell International as a reliability engineer, doing some proposals for a space shuttle that they were looking for contracts. Uh, and then in 1974, I went to work for Federal Aviation Administration, and I worked there for about, oh, let's see, about 22 years, something like that, as in aircraft structures certification. Um, and then I resigned. I mean, I retired from the FAA, retired from government service, and decided to become a teacher. And so I was a math teacher for about 17 years at both public and private schools here in the in California.
And did you? And so you retired from? How long has it been since you retired from teaching?
Yeah, about I retired in 2016, I believe. Yeah, 2016. So,
Okay. I mean, that's not that long ago, roughly, right? Like,
uh, sort
do
of.
you still have some of those teaching urgencies when you wake up in the morning? You know what I mean? Like, oh
Yeah,
my God, forgot to grade this. Oh, wait a second, I
exactly.
don't do that anymore.
Exactly. No, I've had those moments. I really have. When I
That's
woke up
funny.
trying to figure out, you know, where I should be.
Yeah. That never goes away. No, I love it. That's great. I bet you were a great teacher. That's awesome. You know, you said you joined the Air Force. Like, was that something you always wanted to do?
Yeah.
You know, what kind of made you want to get specifically into the Air Force?
Well, I don't know. It seemed uh, interesting, and I had two uncles that fought in World War II. One in the Pacific and one in Europe. Uh,
Yeah.
and so I looked up to them, and I wanted to do my bit for service, military service, and so chose the Air Force. Um, at any rate, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being in the
Yeah.
Air Force, except
Sure. Except what? Was there something you didn't like
well,
about
I
it?
got uh, I got to where I was opposing the Vietnam War, and you can't do that as a military officer. So I decided to resign.
Yeah, okay. No, I understand. Yeah, my father was in the Air Force too, in the 70s. He was born in 49. That's why I was born in Omaha, Nebraska, because he was stationed there at the time. Yeah, he, He enjoyed serving his country, but I don't know if he really enjoyed his experience in the Air Force, to be honest with you. You know, kind of essentially. But he always supported the troops. He was always, you know, but yeah, I
Right.
think his experience was, you know, they sent him to some weird like island off the coast of Alaska somewhere where, you know, he just hated it, to be honest with you. I think that was more just where he got stationed. He's in Omaha, you know, it's just like can't get out of the cold, can't get out of the snow. Yeah. But you know, it's an interesting I think the same sort of mentality you had. My grandfather served in World War II, and I think my father did the same thing. He wanted to, you know, serve, but my father also opposed the Vietnam War as well. So I'm sure he faced some of the same adversities you did.